right, bruv? Bournemouth went there
Yeah.
and moved to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Moved to them.
Bruv, Newcastle had 10 men.
10 men. And they moved to Liverpool.
Crystal
and
Palace in the Community Shield scored twice against them. No problem. So why is it Arsenal, the fire all conquering Arsenal in the transfer window, meant to be their closest rivals? Why is it that we're the ones that go to Liverpool and stink out the place?
Struggle.
We're the kind of club that we're together, because if you look at us, there's not many people outside Arsenal fans who like Arsenal Football Club, and that's why we're, as a club and players and everything, we're together, and that's all that matters.
Okay, so welcome back, guys. This is the Red and White Aftermath of Elts and Julz. Before we get into it, though, we need you to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. We're going to recap the weekend's action in the Premier League. It's match day 3. We're going to start, of course, with the big one at Anfield, Liverpool versus Arsenal. Liverpool going down to a 1-goal, narrow defeat. Superb, excellent free kick by Szoboslai. Bruv, we both were looking forward to this game so much. We had a good week's build-up. Everyone was excited. Eze's here. We got our striker. 6 points out of 6. Then out comes the lineup. Your thoughts?
Yeah, rubbish in it, bruv, really. Rubbish lineup. We're deliberating, not just me and you, but me and I'm sure you and other Arsenal fans as well, me and myself and some of the Arsenal fans I speak to regular. We're deliberating about what the lineup would be. Sorry, whether Martin Odegaard would make it, fitness-wise. And if not, who would replace him, whether it would be Ethan Nwaneri or Eze. Just debates all week. Then he goes and plays Marino there. And that in itself just sums up Mikel Arteta. Martinelli, I knew he was going to play Martinelli. So that wasn't even like a debate for me. But the Marino thing was...
Yeah, that was that's left field. A left field decision there. We both talked about in the predicted lineups. We all knew Martinelli was coming right back in on that left side. You could feel it. You just knew. And it was a waste. It was a waste of time. And like you said, he watched that whole half. He saw the man do nothing and still left it.
Just deflating, isn't it, bro? It just deflates you. And before the game, just deflated. And then people were saying, "Oh, don't be so negative. Don't be so negative." But I've seen this story so many times before. You don't go to Anfield with Mikel Marino and Martinelli and expect to create, anything. And we didn't. We didn't create anything in the whole game. Not one shot. Well, sorry. One shot on target.
One shot on target.
That was it. Other than that, Alisson wasn't stretched at all. For what it's worth, I thought we was okay in the first half. I thought we were solid. Liverpool looked quite wary of us, especially on set pieces. I think Noni Madueke was our bright spark throughout the game, particularly in the first half.
Definitely.
But bruv, but even with that said, how much did he really do? There was one foot race he had with Kirkes. Kirkes got toe to the ball, put that for the corner. Then there was another moment where he sort of cuts inside of Kirkes, has a shot, Van Dijk blocks it, loops over the bar. And then there was a shot that he had just outside the area. That's it. That's literally all he done in the game. And that's not me throwing shade on Noni Madueke, but for all the talk of how he roasted Kirkes, I don't think he did. I don't think he really roasted Kirkes at all, really. He had 2 moments.
Not really.
2 foot races, and Kirkes kind of handled him all right, to be honest. So that was our bright spark. That was it.
When you put it like that, that's damning, really. I agree with you. I felt he was one of our better players. A lot of players struggled in that game, to get again, Gyökeres isolated, big game, away from home. He doesn't have a shot on goal. Not a shot, not a single shot, not even off target shot.
Not even a chance, nothing.
Just nothing. He's given nothing. There's moments where he's making movements and they turn back and go, no, I'll play it this way. I was screaming for someone. Anyway, even at one point, Raya, I was going, Raya, can you at least try and hit him so he can have a duel in the air or something? Because nothing was working. And also, brother, I just want to point out one thing to you. It's something that some of the commentators said in Saturday's games. The kickoffs. Why are teams kicking the ball out of play from the kickoff? Declan Rice kicked the ball out of play.
Declan Rice.
I was like, hold on a minute. They said that the other day, and I was like, that's the first time I've actually noticed it. So that means it's been happening.
I'm glad you said that.
Apparently, PSG do it. So everyone's on this now PSG bandwagon. Oh, they do it. They won the Champions League. So why don't we do it?
I thought I was going nuts. I saw him do that, and I was like, "What the hell was he doing?" Because that was literally first half kickoff, innit? And
the first half
booted the ball out of play, and I was like, "Why the hell has he done that?" Then I'm thinking, did he do that as a tactical ploy? He must have done, because it made no sense.
So Arteta is seeing other managers, and he's going, "Oh yeah, we'll do that."
Eberechi Eze, they've signed Isak today, and I'm just looking at them envious, bruv, because these players look fluid. They look like they can get involved in the game. Gyökeres can't do that, and that's not his fault. We knew what he was about when we signed him. But if you're not going to play to his strengths, which it doesn't look like we're going to do, then it was a waste of money. It was a complete and utter waste of time signing
It's
him.
almost like, have we bought a backup striker? That's what it feels like. We bought a backup striker to Havertz, and Havertz is the preferred guy. Because I wonder if Havertz was actually fit, Gyökeres would have got pulled right from that game, and Havertz would have been on at some point, or he may have even started him.
You know what's going to look like? That's my worry. Every time Havertz plays, it's going to look like he's the better striker because of the way we play. We play more to Havertz strengths than we do to Gyökeres. Arteta doesn't like a Gyökeres type of striker. So you know all the stuff that we was hearing from the ITKs in the summer about, Arteta really wants Sesko. I believe that. I think he really wanted Sesko. And I think Bertai said, no, you get what you're given. And Bert has made Gyökeres happen. And I don't think Arteta wanted that at all. I just don't get it, bruv. Like, honestly, I look at that team. This is you're playing your title rivals away from home. I know it's the third week of the season or whatever, but we didn't look any different to what we did last season when we played them in April.
No, I thought we looked worse.
It didn't look like a team that had spent 300 million in the window. It didn't look like that to me.
No,
and you're right. It did. We did look worse. We looked
worse to me.
Why are you going to Anfield
we created less?
Why are you going to Anfield with Marino as your attacking quantity in the midfield? I don't get it. You can't beat Liverpool with Mikel Marino as your creative outlet. It's so poor, bro.
Not a chance.
And Wanyeri, what must he be thinking? You bring on Max Dowman before you bring me on. Why? Odegaard, so you're telling me that Odegaard was only fit for 20 minutes. He was only
20 minutes.
He had 20 minutes fitness. Then you might as well just left him out the squad then. Why bring him on for just 20 minutes?
A proper manager would have said, look, if you're not fit and you're not training, you're not playing. Simple as that. We've got this young kid here. He's going to take your place. And we've got other options as well. I mean, you got to look at it this way, right, bruv? Bournemouth went there and moved to Liverpool. Moved to them.
Bruv, Newcastle had 10 men. 10
men. And they moved to Liverpool.
Crystal Palace in the Community Shield scored twice against them. No problem. So why is it Arsenal, the fire all conquering Arsenal in the transfer window, meant to be their closest rivals? Why is it that we're the ones that go to Liverpool and stink out the place?
Struggled.
And then you got Arsenal fans going, we played quite well. It's like, you fools. What were you happy with? When you watch that performance, bro, how can we be Liverpool's closest challengers to the title and only have one shot on target and be happy with that performance? Fools.
And the overall quality from last season has gone down. The team doesn't seem to have a fluidity about it. Like the players don't have freedom. Clearly, there's no freedom.
There's absolutely no freedom.
We've just signed a player that plays off of freedom.
But you want to leave him on the bench for Mikel Marino. Honestly, Rob, I despair with this manager. I like Mikel Arteta. I'll always like him. But for me, he's not up to the standards. Yeah, he's not up to the level to be able to get more out of this team. We're never going to win at Anfield or the Etihad with this man. He's been there long enough, and he's not even come close. He's not even close.
Exactly. Not even come close. That's the best part.
Nah. We're watching that game, bruv. We're watching that game, and you know what it is with managers like this. Some managers in the Premier League, they seem to have this thing where they make decisions almost to say, I can't do what everyone's telling me to do. I've got to do what I've got to go against everybody. I've got to go
do the opposite. Yeah, go against.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you sign someone, you sign one of the most creative, penetrative, skillful players in the league, like we did last week. He's fit. He had a pre-season. He knows the league. He was raring to go. You got us all gassed up all week with all these behind-the-scene clips and, meeting Arteta, meeting Win the flipping dog, and all these things. It was all gassed, and you leave him on the bench for Martinelli, the guy who's been stinking out the place for 2 years. You can't make that make sense to me, bruv. I can't make sense of it.
They can't. And he's been called out for it as well in the media. I saw today. But you're right, bro. He's not going to be the guy to lead us over the line.
I don't
I
think so,
can't
bro.
see
I
it.
don't.
I can't see it because if this is if this is the best he can do at Anfield, when you've got players to come in and replace the injured players, then it tells us a lot. He hasn't got the minerals, like you said. He hasn't got the minerals.
He's not
And
brave.
then to top it off as well, that we forgot to mention is the fact that after 5 minutes, Saliba gets injured, and you're like, okay, that's not his fault, but it's another one.
No, but brother, it's his fault. No, but it is his fault because he knew that William Saliba twisted his ankle in the warm up.
Oh, right, okay.
He knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yes, in the warm up, he comes out. He admits it after the game. Yeah, William, he twisted his ankle during the warm up, but he said he was okay to play, so we thought we'd give it a chance. What are you doing?
Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, see, okay.
I'm telling you, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My day. Okay. Yeah. See. Okay. That's just confirming to me now. I'm going like it's week 3, but I can't see us winning this title because we're going to have tougher games than that.
We're
going to actually have tougher games, like with lower teams. I mean, lower teams. We're going to go to Bournemouth and things like that, and it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. We're going to go to Brighton. It's going to be bloody hard again. We know this. We've seen it and been there. We've been there, done it before, and I've just got the same feeling again of last season. He knew a man was injured, and you still played him. When Mosquera came on, he done well.
He was brilliant.
He was great. I was like, this kid has got no fear. He didn't care where he was. His passing and his technique is very good.
Yeah,
he's very assured.
I echo that, bro.
I feel like, did you see a couple of times he tried to drive with the ball? He got tackled. He got tackled once, but that's going to happen, right? But at least he's trying to do something already. He's going, look, I need to move forward so that you man move forward. But no one moved forward when he ran with the ball, so he ended up running into traffic because no one else moved for him.
Yeah, the thing is, you've gone with Saliba, knowing that you've got this guy here that you've signed, that you've recommended to Berta. Yeah, go and get me this guy. I'm assuming that. Trust him. Don't throw your players out. But again, it's this insistence of playing certain players, which then crocks them up and injures them for 2 or 3 months. And then we go, why have we got so many injuries? This overuse. Use your squad that you've just spent 300 million on. Trust them. Play them.
Trust them and play them. I'm actually getting worried about Lewis Skelly as well now. Because Calafiori is playing so well.
She is.
I don't see man rotating him. I don't see man going, right, you've had a run, I'm going to put you in now, because I don't see that happening. I don't see it happening until the flipping we're in the League Cup when that comes around.
Yeah.
But which is worrying because he's also signed a new contract. I'm like, obviously these guys, for now, they're Arsenal guys. Wanyeri's, Lewis Skelly. They'll stay. They're not going to throw their toys out the pram. But I don't see how they're going to get a look in. And all of a sudden, like you said, Max Dowman is making a lot of appearances already, like more than I actually thought he would. I didn't expect him to come on at Liverpool. I didn't even expect him to come on against Leeds. I just expect him to be on the bench. If we're winning, you know what I mean? If we're winning really well, you come out. We were winning well against Leeds. But I mean, I just wasn't expecting to see him this early. I really wasn't. And I'm like, what's happening? What's going on?
Not only seeing him that early, but he's come on yesterday. That's a good point. I want to touch on that. I want to touch on a couple of things before we move on from this game. And you know what? Before I even do that, old tight Liverpool, they beat us in second gear. Fair play to them. They defended our corners pretty well. And that's all they had to do. They didn't have anything else to defend apart from our set pieces. But you know what? Champions doing what champions do. They won the game in second gear, and it was a wonderful, wonderful free kick. But I just want to touch on a couple of things. One, Max Dowman coming on. I don't have a problem with Max Dowman coming on. He's a prestigious talent. We all know that. But when he did come on, bruv, why was it? It was almost like, kick it to Delroy. It says, give the ball to Max Dowman over and over and over again. And every time he has made a substitute appearance, whether it be pre-season or this, it was the same against Leeds last week. It was just give the ball to Max Dowman. Why are we relying on a 15-year-old to save us in games when we're 1-0 down at Anfield? What is going on? Why didn't he bring on Ranieri?
That was crazy.
It was the whole point of putting Ranieri on that contract. Again, it's all assumptions and stories online. But by all accounts, he wanted to be promised more minutes. Yeah? Odegaard was injured, only fit enough to play 20 minutes, yeah? You don't play him then. And then when it comes to trying to save the game, you're bringing on a man that's 3 years, he's junior. And he doesn't come on, despite the fact that he played for well over an hour just the week before.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
It don't make sense, man. It's baffling now, and now we've got to wait 2 weeks now before we can
2 weeks we got to do over this crap.
See any more action, and then see who is fit, who's coming back, who's not. And,
I'm just so annoyed, brother. Let's talk about Martinelli, please. Can we please talk about Martinelli?
Yeah, let's do it, man, because it's been almost 2 years now since we've seen a bit of form from this guy. He seems to have lost all confidence. He can't even dribble with the ball anymore. He dribbled the ball out of play when he should have passed it to Gyökeres. I tried to pass to Gyökeres. Anything. He got in the box, didn't even come back. Usually he comes back. He tried to carry on and ran out of play. And then he looked on his face like that stupid look on his face.
Bro, I'm done.
And that's it. That's all he did in the game. That's it. That was it. And then we didn't see him again.
That's all he done. But again, I'm seeing people, but he defended well. He kept the shape, brother. I don't want to see my winger. But look, this is Arsenal Football Club, you know. This is Arsenal Football Club. His defensive work. I don't care about his defensive work. But, bro, why does no one ever praise Saka for his defensive work? Because he's just as good as Martinelli's, you know. So I see the reason why people don't talk about it. Because he's doing his business at the other end of the pitch.
Exactly.
Nonny Madueke was brilliant defensively yesterday. But he was also taking it on his man. So why is it so different for Martinelli? Why does he get this special praise? Oh, but he works so hard for the team. I don't care. Do you think Eze is going to not work hard for the team? He's going to work hard for the team.
Also, Trossard does the same thing. He works back.
Exactly.
He works back immensely well. Well. Amount of times Trossard's come back, won the ball, and then he set the tone for the attack and got on the end of it, in fact. So yeah, this is it's nonsense, bruv. It's nonsense. He's not even like he's not in form. He's not good enough. That is it. He is not good enough.
But what do you attribute that to then? Do you put it down to him, or do you put it down to his coach, Arteta? Why is he? Because I remember going to Arsenal Man City New Year's Day, right? This is about 3 or 4 years ago at the Emirates, and we absolutely ripped Man City apart that day. And Martinelli was the thorn in their side. He was brilliant for the whole game, ripping them apart. I remember him going to Anfield and Liverpool coming to the Emirates, and he was unbelievable in all those games. Jurgen Klopp purring, this Martinelli kid, all this stuff. What has happened to him? Why are we here? What do you put that down to?
I think it's obviously when you're not playing well, you lose a bit of confidence. But I think it's also the coach. Arteta has coached it out of him. He's got that. What he's got into him is get back. Keep the ball safe. Get back. Keep the ball safe. So that's what's in his brain now. It's drilled, like we say drills. They do drills in training. It's been drilled into him now. Be safe first and worry about the other stuff after. If we can do that, we'll do it. Because remember, Martinelli's natural instinct was always try and take on his man. Always take on his man.
Head down.
Whether he lost the ball or not. In fact, we used to say to him, no, you can't do that every single time. Remember, we should say no.
I remember. Mate.
So you got to do something different. But now he's going back the other way. So I attribute it mostly down to Arteta, because Arteta is his manager. He should be the one saying to Martinelli, "Why do you keep coming back forward?" But Arteta's not saying that to him. He's clearly not saying to him, "I want you attacking your guy. He's weak. He's scared of you." The last time we saw Martinelli attack someone was in Champions League. Remember when he was ripping up that young fullback? That was the last time I can remember him. Actually ripping someone up constantly.
Yeah,
I was in Europe. I can't remember, a couple of 2-3 years ago. That was the last time.
Yeah, it's sad to see, Jewel. You know, it really is. And you've got people going, but look at the goals. Last season he scored against Liverpool away, and he scored at the Bernabeu. He scored against Liverpool away in a dead rubber game that meant nothing. They'd already won the league. Yeah, and the goal that he scored against Real Madrid also meant nothing because it was deep in injury time, and we were like 4-1 up on that.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Arteta, in fact, because he's not an experienced coach. That's number one. He's just not. Everything he knows is what he's learned at our club. So unfortunately for us, we've got a rookie learning his trade at our club. That's like, imagine getting a guy to build your house, but he's never built a house before. And your house is the first house he's built.
Mashing up your house, man. Bare lagging.
So he's going to be bare mistakes. He's going to have a hole in. Oh yeah, I'll do that one.
Sorry, mate. The electrics. I got to sweat the electrics.
You understand? So that's what it's like for him. He should have enough in him, Arteta, to say, one of his attributes is his pace. He's quick. He's direct. So I'll play you up front because that's where we need quickness and directness. This is before Gyökeres came. He should have done that so that we won't be in all this trouble now. And then I think that will save him if he moves him into the middle.
And just on that, bro, it's a nice segue there. I just the last thing I wanted to touch on there is Gyökeres, because I'm watching Gyökeres, and I got to be honest, bruv, not really doing it for me, and it's not his fault. However, it is what it is, and he isn't doing it for me. And I don't see him scoring when we play these big games away from home. As long as the team set up fairly decently, which most of the big teams are going to, even the smaller teams, I'm beginning to worry about that. But particularly in the big games, I'm beginning to worry about whether this guy's going to score a goal unless we get a penalty. And if Saka's on if Saka's on his authority thing, and he's like, no, I'm still taking the penalties. Even then, he might not get a goal because I don't see him scoring, bro. He's not getting chances. He's not even getting half chances. He's not being passed to, and he just looks frustrated. And let's be honest as well. I know he scored twice against Leeds, but other than these 2 goals, he wasn't a threat to Leeds.
Yeah,
he's not worried about him.
Yeah,
So,
he doesn't seem to have chances, does he? Like, it's not like he's having like 5 chances and he'll score 2 goals.
No.
And you think, oh, he's hit the bar there, he's hit the post. It's a great save from the keeper. It's just wide. It's nothing. He's having nothing. So far, nothing. Even you're right. In the Leeds game, it was just the 2 goals.
He just scored 2 goals. You know, like we were watching the Man City game. You know, you was watching the Man City game. I was watching it as well. My end. And Haaland scored in that game, right? Proper striker's instinctive goal, sort of ran onto it after Mamouche sort of bundled his way through. But prior to that, he had 1 shot, then he had another shot, then he had a header, then he scored.
Yeah, headers. Yeah.
I don't see that with Gyökeres in games. I don't see him, you know, I haven't seen yet in the 3 games that we've played, I haven't seen us put in any crosses that Gyökeres has got to or got on the end of. Nothing. In 270 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. Is this what we spent all this money for, bro? Is this what we spent 300 million on for this? To watch the same football?
All this,
1 shot on target.
All this is down to Arteta and his staff. They have to figure this out. It's their job.
Yeah.
They like you said, they know what they were buying, or at least Berta did anyway. But you're the coaches. You tell him what you want him to do. Which I'm worried. That worries me because I don't think it's going to be anything great. But also himself as a player, he's got to work out how to play with these guys. You make them play the way you want to play sometimes.
I hear that, bro.
The coach.
But you see that breakaway that we had in the first half. What more could he do other than make that run? And Martinelli.
No. What
you know what I mean?
What for me? I can see he's a striker. I can see that because he slowed down on purpose to stay on side. He's slowing down and he's indicating to Martinelli, listen, I'm going to slow down and at some point I'm going to go. Martinelli's brain is supposed to go, right, just watch him and wait. When he goes,
couldn't have made it any easier. He couldn't have made it any easier.
Gyökeres, he was quite confident, I've got to beat this guy. Just play that ball. I'll get in and I'll use my strength to shield the ball and I'll have to at least get a shot off. Didn't mean he's going to score, but let's get the shot off. That gives him a bit of, right, we're on the same wavelength now. Oh, Martinelli should be like, oh, I know what he wants now. But Martinelli, he's like he's meek, bro. Now he's become meek. He's always probably been like that. He doesn't demand the ball. In fact, I don't know if any of our players actually give me the ball.
Mikel Merino, like, what did you make of his performance yesterday?
Nah, this is bang average. That game's not meant for him. That's not what he does, man. If he's meant to be a number 8, he ain't a good one.
I thought when we signed him, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought he was a CDM.
That's what I thought.
I thought he was a defensive midfielder.
That's what I thought.
Central stroke defensive.
He's meant to be like just a central midfield player. He's meant to create, but he doesn't look like someone who creates. What does he create?
At all, not at all.
Nothing. He's just hustle and bustle. That's all he is. What I see him is hustle and bustle in the midfield. He's better as a striker. He's actually better up front.
And you know what? I'm glad you said that because I would say that as a midfielder, he has done nothing at Arsenal Football Club. As a midfielder, I think we've all been I don't know, hoodwinked by what he did as a striker last season, which he was never meant to do. But aside from that, where he got some goals, he done well as a midfielder. Meh. Nah,
it doesn't pull up no trees for me. And I think he only got bought because we didn't get Zubimendi the first time round.
So yeah.
That's all it was. They come from they both come from the same club. It's like, all right, you did all right in the Euros. You come off the bench, you done all right. yeah, we'll buy this one, and then maybe we will have a chance because they probably thought he was going to Liverpool, innit? Zubimendi, so they thought, all right, we'll buy this guy. As soon as Zubimendi became available, it was like, oh no, we've got to get this guy, we've got to get him, which makes sense because he's class. He found it a little bit difficult yesterday because the opposition's a lot higher quality, even though he's a Spanish international, should be used to that anyway. But I just don't think that midfield combination worked for him with Marino in there. He can't play. He needed an Odegaard or a Ranieri, I think. Okay, guys, we're gonna recap the weekend's action. We're gonna start off with the games that we made predictions on in the preview show. So we're gonna start with Sunderland versus Brentford. Which finished 2-1 to Sunderland.
That was a bit of a surprise to me. I don't think either one of us went that way.
I don't think we got that right at all. I think I went said 1-0. Brentford to win 2-1. I think
you went 2-1 Brentford. I went 1-0. Yeah. So well done, Sunderland.
Yeah, but Sunderland. They're doing well at home, at least, anyway. And that's what they're going to need to stay up.
That is 2-2. This isn't a cigarette or a zoot or anything. Just, That's 2 in 3. 2 victories in 3.
So that's not bad. I mean, that's very good. So it looks like they're going to put up a good fight this season, which is great because usually the teams come up and they're woeful, get beaten up, but they're holding their own. It looks like Brentford, however, tough times ahead. Wolves versus Everton. What a game that was. Goals galore. Yeah. It finished Wolves 2, Everton 3. And Jack Grealish has got a brace of assists. Yeah. So it looks like that move was well needed.
And well done you, bruv, because I think you went 3-1, didn't you, to Everton?
I went 3-1 Everton. I just had a feeling because I just thought with Jack Grealish there, they look very, very good. Like they create a lot of chances now. Like they got on both sides. So, and they're whipping balls in. And that Beto, that is a big guy.
Yeah, you know what? Everton's team has kind of crept up on me. I didn't realise that they've got some good players in that team now.
They've got some good players. They got that happened? Was it Dewsbury Hall went there? And
they've just signed that young up and coming winger as well.
Tyler Dibbing, Dibbling or whatever his name is. They got
Njai, Beto.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It looks good. They're looking good, man. And right, guys, we're going to move on to Leeds versus Newcastle. Now, this one finished 0-0. This was at Ellen Road. Yeah. As the scoreline tells you, this wasn't a great game at all. I think I had it on, but it was one of them games where it's on, but you're not watching it. You're doing other things.
Funny enough, bro, I had it on as well. I actually watched it like in its entirety. It wasn't a terrible game, but it was a game of huff and puff. And as we've said about Newcastle a couple of times already in this season,
they're just missing a striker.
They're missing a striker. We know that they've lost Isak now today. That's
been confirmed. That Wissa is getting his move now. 55.
Wissa's having his medical,
and they've already signed another striker. So that's 2 strikers.
Walter Maiden. And I'll tell you, bro, that Walter Maiden, the feet on that guy. He's 6'6". There's silky skills that guy's got. I'm looking very forward to seeing him. And obviously we get to see him up close and personal in about 2 or 3 weeks when we go there. It's going to be very interesting. Very, very interesting.
And we may be vexed when we're speaking about him too.
We'll yeah. But I went 1-0 Leeds, and I think you went 2-0 Newcastle, didn't you, for that one?
Yeah, something like that.
2-1 or 2-0. You went.
Brighton versus Manchester City. Now this was a game. This was a great game.
Great game.
To and fro in the second half. It was like back and forth. But yeah, your thoughts on that one, bruv?
I thought City were really good. Actually, I thought they were really good. I thought it looked like they were going to absolutely dispatch of Brighton very easily, particularly after the first half. They were battering down the door without much success. Then Haaland gets his goal. Such a great striker. And then they're just missing chances, not taking their chances, not making the most of their counters.
We've heard that before.
And Brighton took over. And surprisingly to me, went and won the game. I didn't think they were going to go and do that, but they did.
You know what it was for me? That second half when you had all those guys ready to come on, and you're like, whoa, we're changing half the team, and it worked. The experience of James Milner, and last 20 minutes they were just
football. James Milner. How old is James Milner? He must be.
He's got to be 38 now. It's got to be 38. It's got to be 38. Close to 38.
I thought he was 38 like 5 years. No, you know what? I'm going to Google James Milner's age. I thought he was 38 like 5 years ago.
Well, then again, I'm saying 38. That feels like he's too old. I don't know, but anyway. I remember watching James Milner when he was 16 years old at Leeds and thought, this is a player. This is an absolute baller. I mean, that's going to be produced here. And he's gone on to win the lot. So
he's 40 in January.
Oh, he's 40. All right, so
in
I don't know,
January.
I thought it was
In
38.
January, yeah, like literally at the beginning.
Anyway, what a professional. But yeah, for the last 20 minutes of that game, Brighton pushed and pushed and pushed, and they got their just desserts.
Well done to Brighton. It goes to show that
City faded.
That's 2 defeats now in a row now for City, and it may be more of a rebuild than it will be an actual. Title challenging.
It feels like that, doesn't it? It feels like a rebuild.
Yeah, maybe.
So what was the scores for that one?
I went 3-1 for Man City, and you went 2-2. So I think you were closer than me.
So yeah, it was very interesting. Very interesting. The next game in the predictor was Nottingham Forest versus West Ham at the City Ground.
Well done, the Hammers.
Well done. They needed that desperately.
Well done, the Hammers, man.
They needed that. By all accounts, I didn't watch the game. Don't think you watched it either. Don't know what kind of game it was, but that scoreline it seems like it's flattering West Ham a little bit. I would have thought.
Probably, obviously,
in good form.
It was both teams kicking off at 2 p.m, so you had to kind of make a choice. And I knew I always wanted to watch the Brighton game over the City game. I think you was probably the same, bro. Although I did have an interest in the Forest West Ham game, I thought it could be quite interesting.
It could have been quite interesting.
Did not expect West Ham to beat Forest by that margin at all. But I didn't expect West Ham to win.
And to be fair, good luck to them. What was the predictor scores for that? Can you remember?
I think we both got it horribly wrong. I think you said 3.
I think we went for Forest
3-1, and I went 4-0. So, yeah. Whoops.
Wow. There you go, guys. Yep. Thanks for joining us. We've been Elts and Julz, and this has been the Red and White Aftermath. Join us again next week for another episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll be back. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Hope you enjoyed. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.
And subscribe.
But until next time, all be good. Be well.
Peace.